Retail Therapy. Gift Guide, one of the most anticipated episodes of the year. My name's Will. Barrett, how are we doing today?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing good. You know, as you mentioned, this is a big deal episode now, and I kind of like I feel the pressure a little bit at this point.
I'm overthinking it at this point. Last night was a dark night for me.
Yeah, to carve out time to work on this, it's like it's actually kind of the one episode of Retail Therapy that like feels a little bit like work.
It's scary because like we're hanging our hats on these recommendations.
I know. But I've got some, you know, my list this year, I think it's got some highs and lows. There's some stuff I'm really proud of, and then there's some stuff that I'm not sure about. And then on top of that, I woke up with just like a giant zit, like right on my face, like right here by my nose, and that's a terrible spot to get one.
The second you said zit, I just started scanning your face, and I didn't find it because
I'm at a good angle for you.
Okay,
but yeah, that's never fun. That's not what you want to wake up to. But I'm onward and upward. You know, what are you gonna do? I got my mighty patches, so you know that's what they're there for.
We've got a special guest in the studio today. Some of you know her as Salgal, my wife Sally.
Hi.
This is just my way of getting her Christmas list done and dusted, and so I can just coast on into the holidays and pick and choose.
I was, you know, while I was doing the work for this episode, I kept reminding myself that Sally was going to be here, and that, you know, my for her, it's not, you know, I'm not the proudest of my selects. And I felt good knowing that you would be here, Sally, to pick up the slack.
Super proud about some of mine either. There's one in particular that like I included that I'm not going to back 100%, but I think society wants this, so I put it on there. It's a data but make it fashion.
Is that your new favorite Instagram account? You seem to be on it all the time.
I do love this Instagram account. This girl, she actually posted about it recently, like how she got started, because she was a data analyst or something like that. And then she was super into fashion. So that's why she merged these things together. But I think it's really interesting to look at the way she looks at trends, because she just basically puts up like percentages of like, this is.
I want to see like the back end of what she's doing. Like I want to see like what she's built out in order to get these trends. Right. I don't understand how she does it, but it also feels like so accurate that I'm not going to dispute any of it.
Right.
Yeah. She talks a lot about percentages of things that she sees on the runways in a given season.
Yeah.
And so I'm just picturing her like sitting on Vogue.com, just like literally like tapping through, you know, over and over and over.
Like scoring a baseball game.
Like every time that red shows up, she's like, check.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
No pants.
But then she has too, like what people's interests are, because it's like, you know, 500% increase in Googling of this.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting.
Those are easier to figure out as long as you have like a system in play.
Yeah.
But like, the runway thing is the funniest thing to me. It's like she's just sitting there ticking boxes.
Yeah, like this was a 37% increase on red from spring 23 to fall 24, and it's like, how are you like?
Yeah,
you got an AI function to do that?
Probably,
or what?
She's probably got some.
Yeah, it is a good account though. It's a good one. It's an interesting follow.
Data, but make it fashion. Hey, we got such a loaded episode today that I don't think we should waste any time.
Okay,
can I get a couple major announcements out of the way before we get to anything?
Yes.
I will say that if you're listening to this right now, these things could be in stock. They might not be in stock. These could have sold out. They could still be there. Who knows? But right now, I've got some big news on the Velobox and scented candle front. The New York and the Fall scented candle is back in stock as of this previous Friday. This is launching on Sunday. Hopefully, it's still in stock for you. If it's not, we'll probably do a restock either way because it's so popular. And also, while I think we need to talk at length about this later, we do have a Retail Therapy candle dropping very, very soon, and it might even be live now. If you are subscribed to Listener Digest, you'll be the first ones to know about the Retail Therapy candle going live. It smells damn good. And Barrett and I it's been forever since we started working on it, so it's kind of exciting to actually put it out.
Yeah, we were in the lab, you know, cooking up the scents. Just kidding. We were just picking the scents. But
we were just getting mailed numerous testers.
Yeah.
It was actually the most extensive testing process of any candle that's been launched to date.
Yeah.
So we have that to think about.
Well, when you've got two perfectionists choosing it, I'd be like, that smells good. And both of you be like, no, the undertone of this. I was like, okay, I don't have a sophisticated enough palate for this.
Yeah, no, I'm stoked on it. Very, very excited for people to get their hands on it. I think Will, you did an awesome job with the labeling, and shouts to Velobox for getting us in the right vessel. It all came together, and I'm I'm absolutely pumped to have these out there.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Working with the Velobox team is an absolute joy. They make my life so easy. They take care of all the stuff that I don't want to do, and they make sure that we just have the resources we need to make something that smells good. It's a very good relationship.
I mean, we're bearing the lead here. The candle smells amazing,
Yeah.
and it's very different than I think anything that you've put out on the Scaries line.
Far different.
Yeah,
Far
so-
different. Much more retail therapy than Sunday Scaries, which I don't know if everyone knows what that means, but it makes sense in my head. Before we get to our first gift selection, let's hear from our friends over at HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered straight to your doorstep so you can skip trips to the grocery store, and you can count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. The holidays are right around the corner, and HelloFresh can help take the stress out of holiday dinner by delivering everything you need to cook up tasty meals to your door, saving you tons of time. Sally knows that I usually hate holidays down here because I go to the grocery store and it's like a line that just goes through the entire grocery store. Drives me absolutely
Stress
insane.
City. Yeah.
Everyone wants to cut back on errands and spending time in checkout lines this time of year. So skip the extra grocery store trip and instead get some fresh ingredients and delicious recipes delivered with HelloFresh. Just pick your meals, decide on a delivery date, sit back and enjoy. Right now, they've got some absolute gas on there. Pecan crusted chicken, the Gouda Vibes burgers with, wait for it, tomato onion jam, and even a sweet chili pork stir fry. Sign me up.
Nothing I've ever had from HelloFresh has been anything short of amazing. Even the ones that I get, I'm like, I'm not so sure about that. And then I cook it. The cooking is extremely easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's never not easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then it tastes amazing every time. It's honestly, it's mind blowing. It's what they have perfected what they do.
HelloFresh, baby. Go to HelloFresh.com/scariesfree and use code scariesfree for free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's a free breakfast for life at HelloFresh.com/scariesfree with code scariesfree. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. We're going to start with gifts for her. Again, gifts for her. If you're wondering about the layout of this episode, we're going to do for her, for home, for him, and then some splurge gifts that we've gone through.
Very exciting.
Does anyone have anything in the for her that we want to really kick things off with?
Oh man. Sal?
Okay, I'm going to start us off.
Yeah,
This
ladies
is
first.
the last link, Barrett, on
Okay. All right.
This is my #1 pick for what I got for the Sephora sale. That's not happening anymore, but it's still a screaming deal. It's the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette. Okay. Last year, Data But Make It Fashion, just kidding. But the interest in this palette went up by like 1,000%. It sold out. I saw it on my girl Tinks. I was like, I have to have it. You couldn't get it anywhere. It was sold out, and it was on Poshmark for like $300.
Wow.
Which is insane. So I signed up for the restock, being like, surely they'll do it. And like, I'm looking at it like December 1st. They do not restock it. I get an email 2 weeks ago that it got restocked basically for the holiday season. This is a great gift to give like a girlfriend if you're going out to like, you're having a friend gift exchange. Honestly, like, if you like your sister, whatever, it's a perfect palette. It's got all these metallics and glitter for the Christmas holiday season. I bought it recently. I'm obsessed with it. I think I'm going to give it to like all of my friends.
Stop buying things on your list, Sally. I'm trying to hook you up.
I've already purchased this, Will. Please don't.
Okay.
But it is a great palette color wise. I am obsessed with it, and it's currently in stock on Sephora and some other websites. So
is this giving us a little, a little flash and a little subtlety? Like,
Yes.
are there some usable stuff in here, and then there's like some like I'm going out and I'm
there's like an
I'm doing the
everyday
most?
thing, and then you can go any of the. I mean, I've got some on right now, just a
Okay,
little
yeah.
shimmer, but you can go like full blown like eye makeup, heavy,
Mhm.
smoky eye if you want. I think it's a really versatile palette. I love Makeup by Mario. I think it's a great. It's the price point's like $68. It's an easy gift to like give someone and not like fully break the bank.
Can I
that's
add
all I'd
something to the
say.
pile of gifts that you apply to your face
Sure.
for her? I'm going to put on here the botanical tonic from Sangre de Fruta.
Okay.
I believe they're a Canadian company. They've got some very nice spa products and just kind of bathroom products. But this has resided on the side of my bed for the last year and a half, I think. And I've re-upped. I've had 3 total bottles of this. There is nothing like the feeling that I get when I get to spray this on my face at the end of the night And I even like to roll over and give Sally a little spritz.
Yeah.
I just love this stuff, and I never knew I would be a spritz before bed guy. And you can even just spray it on your linens and stuff like that. But it's just a nice refresher. And if you're feeling like a little dirty when you're getting into bed, or you're just kind of not yourself, it's just nice little reset.
This falls into the category of gifts that I love. That's things you're never going to buy for yourself, but you give someone and they're like, I would have never bought this, but thank you. It's like really elevated my life right now.
The reason that I
This
got
is
this was
that.
because I was gifted some rose spray from a friend, and I started using it, and I was like, oh, I kind of like this stuff. And then
Yeah.
saw this stuff and was like, okay, this looks wonderful. Just a delight. Just a delight.
All right, I'm going to pivot for mine. We're going for the fashion girlies here.
Okay.
And I feel like the item of the season is a big brown leather jacket for ladies out there. It's
BBLJ
by our queen Hailey Bieber. I feel like she's the leader in the clubhouse on this trend. And I did the research, and I feel like this one from Veda, which is on Reformation's website, is kind of like the perfect kind of culmination of all the different trends. It's like a dark kind of burnished brown. It's oversized, but not like crazy slouchy like some of the vintage finds that you might see out there. And it's just like I like this trend because it feels transitional from kind of like clean girl aesthetic. It still works with like biker shorts and sneakers, but also it's like pushing into like high-waisted trouser, baggy jean, and chunky loafer type look as well. And so this was kind of my pick here. Ton of options out there though. And if you get the listener digest, which you should, I will also link to a cheaper option from Topshop. And then another one that I really like that is on Zara, which is the lowest priced option, but it's real leather and it's like slightly more tailored because not everybody is gonna like be into this kind of slouchy, oversized look, especially my petite girls out there.
I was literally looking at a oversized brown leather jacket on Mango yesterday.
Yeah,
Also a lower price point, also real leather, but a little bit cheaper or a little bit less expensive than what you did. But I'm really digging the Veda one.
Okay, I'm gonna put my conspiracy hat on real quick. Are
Yeah.
you just putting leather jackets on here so we can get closer and closer to a Lordy Boy spring, and we can just all be wearing like back to the moto jackets?
Yeah, look, I mean, we're gonna get to my for hims as well, but I think leather's pushing its way back into the fold.
I don't
totally
disagree
agree.
with you. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of leather out there lately.
It's you can push leather to the side for a little bit, but it's always going to be like I think of the Seinfeld episode with the cashmere. I just wanted the cashmere, Georgie. That's how people are with leather.
Yeah.
We just want the leather. By the way, quick aside: have y'all seen the memes online of people doing the Zara poses?
No.
So
No, but the Zara poses are so absurd. That's a great meme.
I don't look at Zara often enough to have known that like they are very famous for at this point just having their models do the wildest stuff.
No, it's always like a stick thin model doing like contorting her body. Like to the point where you're like, did she just get like is she
looks like
in a zombie apocalypse? Like what's going
like
on?
a praying mantis.
Because she's like, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
How are we showing off the clothes like that? Like, but Zara, that's their MO.
And even just random stuff like this, the one that I have pulled up. So the meme is like people are their reels or TikToks, and it's like going around with their friends, hey, pose like a Zara model, and you do something insane.
That's hilarious.
And it like freezes. It's a great meme, especially if you get a chuckle out of the way that Zara models are.
I feel like Zara
often
just
posed.
overthinks everything from like their website. Just like every single thing is just a little too far for me. I'm like, just scale it back a little bit, make it a little easier to scroll. I don't need like this much.
Yeah.
Can I throw one on here?
Please do.
Are we doing all the women right now? Are we going? Yes, we're doing. Okay,
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I will say we're not going to cover every single item that we each have on our list because
Yep.
that would simply take too long.
Right.
So I think we just need to talk about some stuff that that we think might be engaging.
Okay.
Like I want to float this next one by you because I don't know if this is actually a good gift or not.
Okay. Let's hear it.
The Jolie filtered shower head.
Okay, this makes sense because This was all over my Instagram yesterday on ads. So you must have searched it on
Yeah.
our Wi-Fi, and then
Okay.
I got served it about 1,000 times.
I've been reading lately just about like I don't know if I've been reading lately about this, but I saw something recently about just like how many people will buy a nice shower head and just bring it from place to place as they move from
Yeah.
apartment to apartment and stuff like that. Which I mean, I totally understand why you would do that. And so as I started researching, I found the Jolie shower head that has like a filter in it.
Uh-huh.
And all reports seem to indicate that after a couple weeks of doing this, your hair starts to feel much softer, which is something I can get on board with.
Canopy also is making their own
Okay.
with the girl who started Dry Bar, Allie Webb. And I don't have reviews on either of these, but they both tout the same thing, that basically it's filtering like some of the hard water out, so it like helps with a cleaner scalp and your hair be softer and all of the other,
I mean, talk
basically-
about a gift you use every day.
Yeah.
Or close to. But I like the idea of this. I don't know. I like the brush steel. Kind of tickled my senses, and I just think it's a nice little thing that I don't know. We have a okay shower head, I guess, but if someone gave me like a really nice one, as long as I don't like the rainfall ones.
So
Yeah.
okay, as somebody that has essentially designed and remodeled 2 bathrooms in the last 4 years, the thing about this kind of individual product is that if you're ever building out your own bathroom, you're going to want all your fixtures to match, and you're
Right.
probably going to be choosing a very specific finish from a brand that you like, and
Good point.
like it's all got to be aesthetically pleasing. And so the shower head thing like really works for, you know, when you're in an apartment or somewhere like where it's very easy to just be like, yeah, I don't care.
You're
swap
renting.
the shower head.
Basically.
Yeah.
But then because the only reason I bring this up is because this is actually like, it kind of stinks sometimes because you can't just go get the badass shower head
Yeah.
where you can remove the little thing and get the great water pressure and all that, because it's not going to match the rest of your stuff. And it's like you kind of pigeonholed by the design a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I brought that up. I'm not trying to poo-poo your
That's
your
a fair
shower
no.
head
That's a
yet.
fair point. That's
But
a fair
maybe
point.
give it to your friend who's renting an apartment, and
Yes.
not to your
Do
friend
not give it
who's
to
an
your
interior
homeowner friends.
designer.
This is for renters only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to pivot a little bit. And this is the one I'm not proud of. Okay, this is the Data But Make It Fashion Find. I'm talking about our classic ultra mini platform Uggs.
Sally's been telling me to talk about these on this
Here's the
podcast for a
deal.
while now.
I said this last year. I was like, I think I want these. Will's like, those are stupid. You don't want those. Yes, you did. You were like,
Stop.
well, you
Don't
said,
paint me like this.
I'm saying you said they were stupid for like Texas, because you get like 2 weeks to wear them, basically.
Can you get these lime ones, Sally?
Those are no. If I get them, I'm getting them in black or like the gray brown, the grayish.
Oh, you can get the red ones.
Okay, here's the deal. Uggs are ugly. Okay, but they're having a moment. They have been having a moment for the past year, in the same vein of like Boston's coming back and things like that. Uggs came back. I think the platform Uggs bring the classic Uggs up a little bit, back into like Gen Z territory where you're like cool girl aesthetic if you have the platform ones. Last year we saw a lot of the Tasman, the slides. I think the mini ones are going to have a full blown moment. I'm seeing them everywhere. Do I want them? I can't decide. I think the minis, like, because you're not tucking your jeans into them or something stupid, I think that makes it a little bit more accessible.
That's what kills me. The tuck of the jean into
That
an
was a
Ugg,
tragic look.
It just kills me inside.
Where these you just slide on and you wear your jeans normally, and it is what it is. I think I want them, but like for me, it's a necessity of like, I'm going to wear these to take my dog out. Like, I don't know how much I'm going to be wearing these in public, but we're seeing them everywhere. And I think if I were living in a place that was cooler, that I could get away with wearing these in public and like my feet wouldn't be sweating profusely, I would absolutely cop them.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The TikTok girlies and the youths are definitely
The youth.
wearing the hell out of these. And this morning, as I was leaving the house, like I was trying to get Laura to help me come up with gifts for her, and I even brought these up. I was like, "Are the minis? Is that something that I should put on there?" So like, it's definitely they're lodged in my head as kind of an item right now as well.
Right. Import data, but make it fashion. She was like, these are not going away. The interest in these is only going up. And we thought maybe these would be a season, but it's here to stay.
I don't love I don't love everything about like dupe culture and like knockoffs and like all that type of thing. You know, like Amazon has a knockoff of literally everything at this point. But if you are buying these to walk your dog and to like tromp around in your backyard or potentially kind of ruin, I'm pretty sure Amazon has like
that was going to be my exact
knockoff.
point, Barrett.
Yeah.
I was going to be like, get the knockoffs.
Yeah.
Unless you were like, I mean, exactly. If you want to spend $160, great. They're going to be comfortable and nice, but also at the same time, if you're like wearing them in shitty weather, like buy the knockoffs and
save a little money.
Yeah. And don't be sad when you get like, disgusting leaf sludge all over them.
Sludge
from like, from melted snow and stuff.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk not a specific item, but more of like a gift concept,
Okay.
which I feel like is this is the second year in a row that I'm gonna do something like this.
I love this.
All right, so this is born from conversations in my own life, but and also just watching social media, but. All the fun people on social media, all the fun couples, all the hot young couples, they're constantly wearing matching stuff right now.
Yeah.
Everything is like, and even if it's not like direct, like a 1-for-1, like matchy, they're looking the same. There's all sorts of like the get ready with me's where they're both like wearing like baggy jeans and sambas, or like they both have on like, like white tank tops or whatever it might be.
Wife pleasers?
Wife pleasers. Yeah, of course. The point being, I think that dressing like your significant other is kind of big right now, and like not in the old red and white tablecloth shirt type of way where you're at the barbecue and your wife made you wear the same shirt as her.
That's going to come back at some point.
And so, case in point here is like Brittany and Justin. Jesus.
Whoa.
Freudian slip. Am I right? Haley and Justin famously wearing the exact same leather jacket at the U.S. Open. This is just one famous person example. So the idea is that you get yourself. This is a gift for yourself as well. Nice little wrinkle in there. But you get your significant other something, and you get yourself basically the exact same thing.
Okay.
And so like this could be like a sweatsuit, like an Aloe or a Nike or a John Elliott or an ALD sweatsuit.
We famously own the same ALD sweatsuit.
Thank you, Randy. Yeah. It could be matching. It could be matching sambas. It could be 2 brown leather jackets. Whatever you want it to be. I just like the idea of. I think that's a good one. That your significant other might really enjoy is getting to wear the same thing as you.
I enjoy this. Please impart all of this to Will that you just said it, but then like look him in the eye and tell him, because if I put on all black and Will's wearing a black shirt, he like will go change. He's like, we are matching. I'm like, okay, like we all have the same like black oatmeal navy in our wardrobe that we're working with, like. No one's going to look at us like we're matching and be like, wow, that stupid matching couple wearing all black.
I'm telling you, it's ingrained in the millennial man's mind.
Yeah.
That this is like a no-no because like all your boys will roast you.
Yeah.
And I promise you we're thinking of like the exact same commercial that I just referenced with the guy and his girlfriend in the red checkered tablecloth like shirt. It was like for like I think it was a beer commercial.
Yeah.
But no, like I don't know. This has happened. That what you just described has happened to Laura and I on occasion the last like.
I feel like I've
year.
Seen y'all recently, and you're basically matching.
Yes,
like at dinner
because it'll happen, and she'll be like, "Oh, this is cute," and I'm like, "Yeah, all right, like whatever. If you're happy with it, I'm happy with it."
Well, the thing is, it's subconscious because you go in and you like pick out your clothes, and then you come out. Most of the time, I don't even. It hasn't even registered with me what Will's wearing, and then he's like, "We're matching," and I'm like, "Well, I didn't look at you and then go pick out my clothes. I just put on an outfit."
Okay,
so,
I'm sorry.
Let's do it on purpose
Try to
now.
do better.
No, it's okay, Will. If one of my buddies matched his girlfriend, I'd roast him and like pretend like he's going to prom or something.
No, but for me, it's not. For me, it's less being matchy. It's more just like, oh, like why are you dressing exactly like me?
Well,
like
okay.
it's just It's not that I'm worried about getting made fun of. It's more just like, do I want to look at the same outfit that I'm wearing?
You're mad at Sally for swagger jacking you?
Yeah, she's mocking on me.
But But this gift can also go another way where there's a couple things that Will buys that I'm like, damn, I want that now. Case in point, I really want some Belgian loafers. I've already said that. So I think if there's something that your significant other has that you're like, damn, I kind of want that, especially if it's something, if you're a girl and your boyfriend has it, as like we're seeing a lot of menswear on women right now.
Totally.
And you're like, I want that. I think that's a great idea for your boyfriend or your husband to give to you and be like, you said you liked it. Like, let's match.
Yeah. Yeah. There's another kind of like TikTok trend out there that's like styling your girlfriend in your clothes, basically, type of thing. And so I think that, again, just factoring into to what you're saying is like, if there's something that you have that your significant other really likes, that's like an easy, like, well, here's one for you. So yeah. Just a little gift
I'll be
concept
better.
for you.
I'll be better.
Yeah.
Hand up. I'll be more open to matching. Do we have any last for her gifts before we move on?
I have got a quick couple just items that don't need to take long. If you're in a cold weather climate or Texas and you know somebody that just needs like a puffer, I think puffers are still having a moment. And the Aritzia Super Puff might be what they're like most famous for at this point. And Laura got one of these last year for a cold weather trip that she was going on. It looks awesome. It's super warm, super functional, super cool. So that's just like that's a pretty easy one. And then last thing on my list, Will, you and we've talked about Western belts for dudes. I like them for women too. And this can be, you don't have to spend a lot of money on this gift. This one's at Madewell for $48. So great little stocking stuffer. Comes in black or brown, and I think this is pretty easy one for pretty much any girl out there.
It's the tip.
I have a couple we can just breeze through. Number one, this is hot. Another great gift to give a girlfriend or like bring to a girl's dinner. If you're with your friends, is the Clarins Cryo Flash Mask. Clarins had a mask last year that really called the V Intensive Wrap, but it basically was a depuffing thing. This is actually a great gift for guys too. This, put it on for 10 minutes. It's depuffing. It feels like you just ice rolled your face. $80 expensive, but it's like, again, one of those gifts you might not buy for yourself, especially if you're buying it for a man in your life, but like great for a little depuffing routine. It's like you just gave yourself a little face ice bath.
Do we currently have this in our
Yes, we do.
place? Okay.
Yeah, we
very,
do.
very much noted.
Other thing is the Cloud pajamas by Bumpsuit. Bumpsuit is a brand that was started by Nicole Trumfio, who's Gary Clark Jr.'s wife. It's all maternity wear, but I actually bought these. I wear them more postpartum than I do while I was pregnant. Comes in these like giant parachute pants, and then I have the crop thing, but they're so comfortable. They actually have a guy's line as well, but it's just that like bamboo material that's so comfortable. I love the pants. I was wearing this all around last night. Okay, and then my last thing. Sorry, Barrett, I'm going real fast.
No, you're good.
But
you're good.
huge thing that I am seeing all over the place right now is chocolate brown suede, all of that being really in. I really like this bag by Little Lifner. It's the Sprout Tote Mini. All of their bags are great, but I really like this dark chocolate suede one. It's a good little tote. I think it's a cute little bag. I really like their tote bag that's like a carry-on, but I think this is a little bit more accessible if you don't want to like spend a bunch of money on a tote bag, and you can just carry this around as a purse. And this is very approachable for like the trend instead of spending like an insane amount on some like YSL bag.
Yeah, this is cool. I'm not familiar with Little Lifner, but this looks nice.
They have great totes too. This brand is really good. It's a good middle price point for like nice.
Yeah, kind of in that Mansour Gabrielle like range. Yeah, yeah.
Well, the only other item I had on there was this Kodak 35 millimeter camera. Like so many people are putting photo dumps up on Instagram lately of cameras, and this is like a really easy way to get into it. It's just like point and shoot. It's simple. It's cheap for the price, and I don't think people are looking for like the best quality photos if they're just getting started. And it's from B&H, and they're a very reliable company. But I just thought this is a good starter camera for anyone who wants to actually get on that trend of doing photography.
This is a great idea. I wish I had thought of this. Like this is obviously such a big thing right now. It's like carrying around a little point and shoot. So this is
the most expensive part of this gift is not going to be the actual camera. It's going to be the film and the developing, because like developing everything costs about $20 in Austin right now, and so like. like, yeah, once you start doing it, it kind of adds up. But it's really fun getting the photos back. It's way more fun than just like editing stuff on.
Mm-hmm.
I know this is
Visco.
never going to come back, but now that we're seeing like analog film coming back, this isn't going to happen because we have our phones. But do you think there's ever a possibility that we'll bring back the little Canon digital point and shoots that
They
every
are.
girl had?
People are already doing that.
I think that's already,
People are very
like,
much
yeah,
doing that, Sally.
The digital one?
Yes.
Digital
Yes.
cameras.
The one that
are
I
back
like
too,
literally
yeah.
would lose like
Yes.
once a year at a
Yes.
bar.
See, yeah.
Like,
Everyone's doing that.
Every girl would be like, here's my phone, here's my digital
Yeah,
camera
yeah.
in my clutch.
Yeah, and you can see a little date in the corner. Yeah, people are doing that.
Wow, I'm so out of touch. I just assumed that people wouldn't do that because we have phones with a way better camera.
Come on, Sally. Hey, before we get to the gifts for him, let's hear from our friends over at Indeed. Is hiring challenging? Yes. Do you love a challenge? Also, yes. You need a hiring partner that can help you rise to the challenge. You need Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform where you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place. So instead of spending hours on multiple job sites searching for candidates with the right skills, Indeed's powerful hiring platform, it can help you do it all. They streamline hiring with powerful tools that find you matched candidates, and with Instant Match, over 80% of employers get quality candidates whose resume on Indeed matches their job description the moment they sponsor a job, according to Indeed Data US. Like, candidates that you invite are 3 times more likely to apply for a job than candidates you only see in search, according to US data. And so it's just a great service. They get you one step closer to the hire by immediately matching you with quality candidates. And Indeed does the hard work for you. They show you the candidates whose resumes on Indeed fit your description immediately after you post, so you can hire faster. Quality candidates instantly. And even better, it's the only job site where you only pay for applications that meet your must-have requirements, so you're not wasting money. Join the over 3 million businesses worldwide that use Indeed to hire great talent fast. Start hiring now with $75 sponsored job credits to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/scaries. The offer is good for a limited time. Claim your $75 credit now at Indeed.com/scaries. Just go to Indeed.com/scaries and support the show by saying you heard about it on this podcast. Again, that's Indeed.com/scaries. Terms and conditions do apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Let's go to the home. I said for him. I apologize there. Let's go for the home.
Yeah, home.
Sally, you started us. You started us off last time. Do you want to start us off this time,
Yeah,
Barrett?
I'll start. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
Barry.
sorry.
No,
Yeah,
Barry, you go
let's,
first.
yes, yeah. I've just realized that I've I've flipped these, so I'm gonna have to do some scrolling back and forth, but that's okay.
You got this.
Yeah, I will. So I'm gonna start with a little tchotchke. This is from Stag Provisions here in Austin, and this is not for everybody. This is a little art piece. It's a cigarette ceramic ashtray with butts and ash and everything littered in it, all as a part of the art.
Oh, it's not an ashtray.
It's not an ashtray. This is all these cigarettes that you're seeing. This is all a part of the ceramic.
Can you take the cigarettes out and walk around the party pretending like you're smoking a cigarette?
I don't think so. I think they're probably stuck to the top there.
If one is missing from yours, Barrett, I took it.
Well, so case in point, this is not going to work in my home because this is not the style that we have. But I'm picturing like cool little eclectic like places that I've seen that are well furnished and put together. And like I can just see this like sitting on top of like a great stack of coffee table books and like over next to like a fiddle leaf fig or on a dope bookshelf. Like for the right person, for the right couple, I just think that this is like a really kind of cheeky little like great looking.
I want this for my vinyl setup.
House, just a little piece of art in your house, a little ceramic.
Well, Barrett, I also put an ashtray on my list.
Yeah?
But mine's an actual ashtray.
An actual ashtray.
Yeah, it's an actual ashtray, but I actually put it on here because first and foremost, I think it looks really cool. This is from Soho Home. It's called the House Square Ashtray. I don't know if they actually have these in there, but I just think it's kind of a cool looking ashtray. And honestly, so I did an interview with Ethan Glenn of Every Other Thursday next week that you'll hear on this feed. And he was talking about just how they put it on an ashtray for incense and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that's a good idea. Because like the incense holder that I have, I'm not in love with. There's so many cooler ashtrays out there that you could use for the same purpose. And this one almost looks like something you could just put some incense in the bottom and it would just kind of come up through like a vent almost. And so I thought this was pretty cool.
Yeah, this is very designed. Like you don't even have to know that this is an ashtray.
Yeah. You're looking at me like I'm crazy right now, Sally.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not.
You scared me.
No,
But I think this is a cool one. And the price is not bad for something that's like about probably as heavy and high quality as this is at $80.
Yeah. Okay, I am gonna start us off with the Estelle colored glasses. This is a set of 6 wine glasses. I think it's 6, 5, 6 that are just different shades. I think this would be a great gift for any girl in your life. It's not like not for the wino in your life, because I think that if you have like a really wine heavy friend, then getting them like super nice, stemware. But this is like a fun hostess gift because they can like have them. They're great. I think that they're beautiful to look at. Any single girl would love these in their house setup.
Yeah, it's giving Galentine's.
It's giving Galentine's, but they have them. And this is just whatever set I got off of Shopbop, but they have the Estelle in general has like beautiful stemware that comes in a bunch of different colors. That you can do stemless or with a stem. I like these. I think this is a great. You could even buy the set and then give a glass to each friend or something like that at like a little gift exchange.
I'll piggyback on this, and I'll move to the to the stemware for the wino. This was something that was on our registry for our wedding, and
Those are beautiful.
And we just got a couple of them, so I'm very, very excited to give them a test run. But two guys that I very, very much trust when it comes to wine both swear by the stemware from Zalto. I think the full name is Zalto Dencart, and you can find these at a bunch of different places. I have them pulled up on Wine Enthusiast, and it was recommended to me to start with 2 universals and then 2 burgundies. But depending on, if you know a friend, if you know somebody, if you know what they like to drink, then you can get even more specific with that, with like the Bordeaux glasses or the white wine ones or the champagne flutes or like whatever it might be.
We need burgundy glasses bad.
But
they
these
look
are
cool.
They're just like, when it comes to stemware, it's expensive, but not like the most expensive that you're going to see out there. They're beautiful, but they're also very functional. You can put these in the dishwasher on like a delicate setting, which is huge because I don't know if you've ever futzed around with trying to like hand wash a wine glass, and then you're in the sink and you actually accidentally like tap it against a side, and then you've shattered $100 wine glass.
Yeah. I can't fit my hands in them, man.
Yeah, no, right.
So
like you need like special cleaning
my paws in
tools.
there.
So being able to dishwash your expensive wine glasses is a huge perk.
I like the universal one too, because I always stress out about like the burgundy versus the white versus the whatever. This is great because for someone like me who will drink all kinds of wine, and I don't need like an extensive set of stemware to go to every one of my wine whims.
Right.
I love this that I can, put a Sauvignon Blanc in this and also
and you're
a
gonna
red
be fine
blended
putting a red,
and I'm not going to feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Like I did the wrong thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I have 2 that are kind of just like little tchotchke items that are kind of inexpensive, but I think are kind of fun, especially if you're gifting something to a host. It's in the very retail therapy vein that I put in these Petrosian mother of pearl caviar spoons that are $15 each. I think it'd be kind of funny. Like you can also I think you can get them etched with like people's initials and stuff. So it could be kind of funny to give someone like a little like caviar bump spoon for their little collection. And like, I don't know. This is just a stupid little gift.
You could also, if you can either do that or you could even gift them caviar.
Yeah.
With it.
Yeah.
I think that's a great little
Kinda
wedding
fun.
gift too. That's like
It's fun to get really
cheeky-
nice food over the holidays that you didn't pay for.
Right.
Like someone like, just like something.
Again, with the like something you're not going to buy for yourself. You've never purchased this for you. I mean, you might, but like this is a great gift if somebody's like, oh, Will gave me that. And every time they see it or use it, they love it.
Like, I don't think people are eating a ton of caviar at their place, but like if you have a little like bar or something like
What are you
that.
talking about? Everybody's having caviar parties when their friends come over, just doing wine bumps or
It's
just
true.
caviar bumps.
It's true.
And
It's true.
that's why you have to have mother of pearl caviar spoons, because you never know when an impromptu caviar
I'm
party
going to
is
start
is
hosting
just gonna,
impromptu caviar
Right.
cocktail hours.
like our homegirl in New York. Never forget.
You're not wrong. And then the other thing I have on here, actually don't have a link for because it's driving me insane, but I just put swizzle sticks or drink stirrers. I recently put up a Instagram story on Scaries that is probably the most viewed story I've ever put up on Sunday Scaries for some reason. And I think it's because so many people responded to it being like, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? And it was the hot toddy that I did where I had the lobster claw stir on there. Sally and I stole this from a hotel in Scotland. And so I don't know where you can actually get it. And while I've been looking everywhere to go find this, and my goal is to find it before I release this as an email.
The lobster
edition.
claw one?
Yes.
Okay, to be fair, I did not steal that from the Five Farms. I asked the bartender if I could take it or buy it, and he was like, "Just here's 2 of them. Just take it."
That's awesome.
I think they were custom made for the Five Farms.
I do too.
And wait, where's the Five Farms?
It's
in Braemar, Scotland, in the Highlands.
Oh, okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So if you want to go travel there in order to get these, you can go travel there and steal some from their bar or just ask them for one. But I'm going to try to find it. Everything else I found was actually very like 90s and things that I remembered my parents had at the bar. And like they had different animal ones. Like they had all these jungle animals that were kind of cool. And I was like, oh man, this is taking me
Swizzle
back.
sticks is something people forget about. So if you ever have to go to a Stock the Bar party, this is a great gift for that too.
And you can
Instead of
also
like
get 'em, like-
bringing, a coaster.
It's not environmentally friendly, but you can also get like custom ones for your friends. So it could be fun just to get them like a pack that says like the Dudleys on it or something.
Yeah.
And like just have those at your bar.
Don't ruin our wedding gift for them.
It's true. It's true. But that's all I have for the home.
Well, Sally, what's next up for you?
Okay. Every single girl in my life is playing Mahjong right now. Like I get on Instagram, someone's learning Mahjong, someone's playing Mahjong. I have yet to play Mahjong. I think we are my group in Austin. We have like talked about this forever. And our 2024 resolution is like, we're going to get someone to teach us to start a Mahjong group.
Okay.
I think getting somebody a Mahjong set who's like super into it is really fun because they're going to keep these tiles forever. They're going to be like known as the girl with the cool Mahjong tiles.
Did you hear
can
about
also
Sally?
get
She's
some-
the girl with the cool mahjong tiles.
Well, you also can get like cool
She could
Mahjong
be.
mats.
Yeah.
But I loved this set. Oh my, or what is this? Oh my Mahjong has some cute sets, but I thought that this one was really cute. And then you're like, you've got a little.
Do you
Just a little
think
keepsake
is this an expensive mahjong set?
Yes.
I imagine that you don't that you can. Buy,
Oh, you
also
can
buy
definitely
cheap
buy
ones
one
for-
on Amazon.
Yeah,
for
okay.
Is
a lot.
mahjong the new like book club?
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
the new
yeah.
excuse to
Mahjong
get
is
together
hot.
and
Like,
dish?
I think every girl in their 30s right now that I know is like starting a Mahjong.
I've
club.
heard it.
And so if you have a significant other who's trying to get into it, or you like maybe your mom is into Mahjong or whatever, this is a great gift for that. I think I'm not saying that I want you to give me this because I don't have a Mahjong teacher yet, but if I start getting into Mahjong, I want a nice little set.
So mahjong is kind of like bridge, where like you can't
Yes.
just start playing. Like you got to learn.
You gotta
got to
learn.
get it. Okay.
you have to
You
learn.
have to apprentice. You have to be an apprentice before
mhm.
you can actually join a mahjong group.
Mhm.
No,
Um,
I know people who like their whole business is just teaching girls how to like play Mahjong basically.
I have a question for you, Sally.
Yes.
And I don't mean to. I'm not trying to like shit on Texas here. Do you think this is happening with ladies in California and New York, or is this like a Texas thing?
I would be inclined to say this is a Texas thing, but I do know some people in New York who are doing this too, but they
Okay.
all are from Texas.
Okay.
I could see people in LA getting into mahjong.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Just kind of like I actually see people in New York liking it less.
Liking it less.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know why.
yeah. I mean, I think that this is like the new, like having going out and like getting tennis lessons with your girlfriends. This is like the new girl thing to do.
I just feel like New Yorkers are just like more brash and don't want to play games.
It's definitely because this is I'm with you. This has come across my
Feed
my
everywhere.
feed as well. I'm definitely seeing
But maybe it's
our
regional.
peers
Maybe
playing this,
maybe people
but-
in the Midwest are playing bridge. I don't know.
Yeah,
Or bunco.
yeah.
Who knows?
And maybe I might be wrong to kind of like divide it up by region and it's just more age. Like
Yeah.
we're in our 30s. Like this is the type of fun that we have now.
Yeah, now we're like full blown millennials and Gen Zs making fun of us. But
Yeah.
and I'm not saying you just gift this to somebody. This is very specific in the fact that they have to be interested in it. Like this would be wasted on someone that's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Or have a group of friends that I want to do this with.
All right. Well, here's a gift that'll really spice up those mahjong parties. And it's a glass fruit pipe from Edie Parker, who's another really, really cool like home designer that does all sorts of, glass pieces and stationery and apothecary and like a bunch of really really cool stuff on her site and on all the places that that carry her. But this is available in other fruits if the banana is not your speed or maybe it's a little bit too phallic. But I like the idea of okay, I'm going to sound like a poser here. Weed stuff is really cool, even though I almost never smoke weed. It's just
There's
like
something cool about seeing like a well-made like pipe or something that's like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole different like artisanship thing. Like, I don't know.
And so I really like the idea. I'm going to have something from Seth Rogen's brand Houseplant on our For Him section, but like all of the like the table lighters and the dope ashtrays and like everything that they're putting out. It's all really, really cool, even if you like it just looks
Well, it's
great.
like a little bit edgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I again, this kind of sort of ties back to the little ceramic cigarette butt ashtray, but I just like the idea of this kind of like sitting on a shelf and it's like, oh, it's just like a cool little glass banana art piece. And then, yeah, it's kind of like, oh, if you look at it a little bit closer, there's a chance that I may have smoked a bowl out of this.
They have some insane, they've got some crazy designs on their site for like things that are, I'm just on here now for the first time. Like, yeah, they've got pretty much everything for the stoner in your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
I'm
you're
out
done.
of
Okay, this is
home.
my
I
last one.
paired all my home together. I apologize.
This is from Food 52, which honestly, you could get on Food 52 and like get anything on there as a gift. I'm obsessed with Food 52.
Yeah.
But this is I'm going to butcher the name of this. The Dance Coben style
I think you got it.
Okay.
I think you got it. Yeah.
butter warmer. I love all of the like pots and pans from this brand, but I think this is like a fun little thing to have to gift somebody. Just have, a little butter warmer for.
This is like the sister pan to the Oppa Gangnam Style.
Okay. Comes in a bunch of colors. Will and I are big table butter people right now.
Randy liked that one.
So we have a butter crock out and we have good French salted butter.
It's changed everything.
Like all the time. But
Sally started buying completely unnecessarily expensive butter from the grocery store, and it's just changed the dynamic of like toast. Just like anything that used to just be this bland meal is now something I look forward to.
But this is kind of in the same vein as like caviar spoons. Like this is for when you want to have some lobster and just have a little butter crock off to the side with some melted butter in it. Or like anytime you have any meal that like you need some sort of sauce that's kept warm.
So how is this doing the warming?
Well, you put it on a stove.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's a stovetop thing.
Okay.
Then you serve it on the table.
Now
So this would actually be a great gift pre-Thanksgiving to gift a hostess.
Can you smoke a bowl out of this?
I don't know. No.
I do like the green color. Their colors are just like
the colors are great.
They're great.
All of their pots and pans are awesome. And I think that they're like a little retro I think a lot of people have like the Le Creuset, like everyone is already doing that. This is like a little bit off the beaten path, in my opinion.
I'm pretty sure Dansk Coben style. I think it's Dutch, and this definitely looks. It's got a Dutch vibe, a little gnomish, a little cloggish.
Yeah, you got the wooden handle,
and we have the Dansk Coben style, the little monkey, like the little monkey thing that hangs on a book or wherever you wanted to, and it's just got that like cool kind of like Scandinavian but still homey vibe.
Yeah.
So there's, like you said, Food 52. You could just pop on there and pretty much pick anything.
right?
Oh, you can you can bankrupt yourself on Food 52.
As you mentioned though, with gifts, with cool gifts, once you get something like this, it opens up the door to needing more things like expensive butter. And so I've now found myself on this path with my coffee journey. First it was the grinder, and then I had to start buying expensive coffee beans because now I'm grinding my own beans.
Right.
And now I got the fancy coffee maker, the Mocha Master, and it's like my little like my coffee mugs are not cutting it anymore. And I know y'all are very familiar with your way around a nice ceramic mug. So that's the last thing on my home list is ceramics, specifically the coffee mugs from my current favorite ceramicist. By the way, like little like small business individual ceramicists, it's like a top 10 feature of Instagram. You know?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Once
Yeah.
you get in that like little algorithm, I'm
don't
gonna
leave that
follow up
algorithm.
with when we get to for him. I'm gonna follow up with some more mug stuff. So go off.
Yeah, so this is A&K Studios. She's out of Portland, Maine. And I mean, pop on her site. She does like a ton of, there's big like vessels and like one of one, platters and that type of stuff. If you want to go crazy, she does low bowls. Shouts to us. And but the mugs, I love the little low handle.
Yeah.
They're really, really cool. This is I think this is referring to the color. This one's called the CAD mug, and it's just in kind of like this like almost Nantucket red, but it's like kind of lobstery coral. There's a bunch of good ones to choose from, but I need a couple of good like weekend mugs from when I'm doing the whole thing. Like this, you also have your nice mug. So this is a gift for anybody, any coffee, any like big tea drinker, anybody that sits down, maybe with the paper, maybe with a little New York Times crossword puzzle, just has a nice little Saturday morning. This is a gift for them.
I'm picturing you and what's his name? Zendaya's boyfriend?
Tom Holland.
The Tom Holland where
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
walking down the street with the mug in his hand.
Swag.
This is Barrett.
This is my
Barrett's,
walking mug.
Barrett's street mug.
Yeah.
This is his walking mug. Do you think Portland, Oregon or Portland, Maine has the highest per capita ceramicists?
So I think it's probably Portland, Oregon, right?
Okay. Those are probably top 10 cities of where ceramicists
True,
are,
but-
I've got to say.
But I almost when I was looking at like where she's based and saw Portland, Maine, I was like, ooh, the lesser known, maybe cooler Portland.
Yeah.
It was kind of it did something for me.
You said Portland, I immediately went to Oregon because
right,
I just
yeah,
assumed that
yes.
every person who's doing ceramics is from Portland, Oregon.
Yeah,
But the Portland, Maine.
hits
shouts.
a little different.
Yeah.
So
I really like this.
Are we ready to go for him?
Yeah, for him.
Before we get there, let's hear from Point Me. First of its kind, real search engine for points like Kayak and Google Flights, but for points. Point Me shows people how to get the best flights using their credit card points or airline miles, and it breaks down every step of how they can move from one to the other. They're on a mission to get people better flights for fewer points and for people to stop wasting their points. You can check for flights across 33 loyalty programs and more than 150 airlines to uncover a multitude of real-time award flight options. And they run extensive business rules and logic to validate the flights that you see on Point Me are flights that you can actually book, so they make it easy. It's easy to use. More than anything, they walk users through every step of the way to conduct a point transfer from a credit card to an airline, all the way down to just like the actual booking process. So as someone who's never used it before, you can just use it successfully. There are a lot of educational moments and opportunities to build confidence and understanding of using your points in the future. They're on a mission to make it as easy as possible for travelers to find the best deals, no matter their loyalty program. Go check them out at point.me. Let's talk for him. Since you just talked about mugs, I will bring up my mug. I am shouting out a trout mug here. Even if you don't fly fish, everyone kind of likes the little homeliness and the crunchiness of like a fly fishing scenario. And I just chose this trout mug. I just acquired another mug from Dylan Pottery on Instagram. This was the one that I got. I posted on Twitter, and it got a surprising amount of interactions based on what I thought it would do. I actually put a link in here, Barrett, if you want to put it in here. This mug is not available anymore, but it's a Grateful Dead Snoopy mug. And a ton of people ask me where I got it, and it's from Dylan Pottery, this guy.
People like Snoopy.
Snoopy's having
a freaking moment, man. And I have to say, while I don't consider myself to be a mug snob, the way that this mug hits my lips and feels while I'm sipping, it's perfect. It's like the perfect lip of the mug, and I just love it. And so I don't know. It's always fun to find mugs from like the small ceramicists we just talk about.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. This guy does. Dylan does just kind of random drops of things. He's got some in stock on his site now, but like this was a random drop that was available for like a couple days, and I hopped on it, and I absolutely love it. So just wanted to pile on with the mug stuff.
Now he's doing trouts. Yeah.
Okay. In the same vein as mugs-ish in drinkware, I am going with the hydro jug. Okay. So I bought this for Will recently. It's 64 ounces, it's half gallon. Okay.
Yeah. It's a big boy.
Girls have cornered the Stanley quencher market. Okay. But guys need to drink water too. Okay, we got to hydrate. The reason I like Hydro Jug, I'm looking at your Yeti currently. I'm rocking a Hydro Jug Traveler.
Right.
Hydro Jug is
Are you running an MLM Hydro Jug scheme?
Possibly. Hydro Jug is the same technology you would expect from Stanley, Yeti, etc. But they have some things that I think elevated a little bit. Yours that you don't have in studio because I forgot to bring it. It is bulky, but it's if somebody's drinking a lot of water and they don't want to have to like go. You said that you like to fill it up at home because the water here tastes bad. The thing is, it's got a straw, so you flip that top up. You have a straw. This is the Traveler. I also put a link for that. This is what I love about the Traveler. Check this out. No spillage.
Whoa!
Absolutely no spillage.
Sally's doing QVC now.
Yeah, right? Like what?
No, my dad's not listening to this, so I don't mind saying it. We ordered this for my dad because he has the Yeti one and he doesn't like that his hand can't fit in the handle. So man hands can fit in the handle. You got the I am doing a QVC ad right now.
Yeah. It fits in it
fits
fits
in a
in the
cup
car.
holder.
If you're not watching on YouTube, you need to hop on YouTube, dude, to get the
it
full
keeps this shit
Salgal
cold
experience.
or warm. I signed up for this when they restocked. They've got a couple colors in stock right now. I really like all their stuff. I know that like drink vessels right now are pretty chuggy, but I also think let's be nice to the environment. Pick one that you like. Like I'm not trying to collect these like it's a freaking Stanley. This, in my opinion, is a better product, and I'm going to get one and use it and run it into the ground.
Well, what are the Gen Zs drinking water out of if drinking vessels are chuggy or just like making them part of your personality?
I think making part of your personality.
Okay.
They're just vaping water.
They're
they're just vaping it. But like the great thing about the Hydro Jug is you really don't have opportunities to personalize this in the same way that y'all recently talked about that.
Yeah, like the
bejeweled Stanleys. I mean, I actually think unfortunately for Hydro Jug, they sell like sleeves and shit on their website, which is chuggy in my opinion. But get a like stainless black one and for the man in your life to hydrate. Okay.
I will say I do love it. It's really bulky, but it's easy to carry around. I'm drinking way more water than I was before, and it's just kind of like it's just pretty straightforward. It's my favorite water bottle I've had in a really long time.
I mean, Hydro Jug is clearly they're either just leaning into like a scarcity model or they're doing really well since all of this is pre-order.
These were sold out and they just put all these back up for pre-order because I had to like put myself on the email.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time for me to forsake my Yeti loyalty.
Can you turn your Yeti over and it not spill anything?
So different. This is like a total aside. This is my third one of these. I've run over one and I lost the other one.
Okay.
This one is the other two watertight completely. Never had any issues with
this
them.
screws off the top. The top.
Yeah, this screw and then this and
right.
then this.
Okay, yeah. We
screws
have
on
that,
top.
and
Yeah.
I think a smaller version of that.
Okay.
I have a smaller version, and it leaked. It's the only water bottle I've ever had that got all over my bag.
Okay, so this one leaks.
It's a problem.
And that is why I am opening up the door to other possibilities because I even replaced the piece of this because I thought it was like the screw mechanism. I don't know. Something's up because it will, if I leave it lying down in a bag or something like that, it will leak. Yeah.
That's a day ruiner.
Yeah, it can be.
Relax, QV Sally.
Okay. Am I up on for him?
You're up.
All right, let's go. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm going to go with, let's start off with a brand that we've talked a little bit about before, Will. Look, this is a basic ass gift and I know it, but it's a cashmere watch cap from Stofa, which I got to go check out and feel in person at their little pop-up at By George last weekend. And I tried this beanie on and of course it fit perfect. Of course it looked amazing. And of course it's 100% cashmere and costs $250, but like that's what gift giving is all about, right? Is those little extra splurges. So
Do you know what's good about this too? Is that like getting a gift like something like this? It's like probably the first thing it's an up and coming brand that a lot of guys probably haven't gotten stuff from. And like getting something that is like one of the smaller things from their collection, it kind of gets your foot in the door of being like, okay, I have something from this brand. Like now I'm going to maybe explore it a little more. It's kind of fun to get something of like an up and coming brand, even if it's not like the main thing that they do.
Right.
do you know what I learned about Stofa?
What?
At By George, that they've been around for 8 years.
Dude,
Wow.
why? Like,
Not up and coming brands.
like
Established.
I
brand,
love
actually.
looking at their stuff so much that I'm like angry that I've been wasting the last 7 years of my life.
So to be fair, they started off with like ties, much in like a Ralph Lauren way, and I think they've only been doing like the clothing and the cut and sew for 3.
Okay.
Now. So
Okay.
we're not actually that far behind talking about them as like a approachable clothing brand, and they've always been kind of made to order. You've only been able to make appointments. They're actually about to open their store in Soho, I think next month.
Nice.
But yeah, they've actually been around for quite a while. But this was just like, I feel like beanies are kind of like the new socks as far as gifts.
Yeah.
But so if you're gonna do it, make it a super perfect one.
I almost
Yeah.
put some socks on here in the name of Emily Ratajkowski, but I did not put any socks on today. I did put something on that has been like my favorite thing that I own.
Okay.
I put on my U-turn orbit turntable. When I was looking for a turntable earlier this year, it took me forever to figure out what I wanted, but all signs just kept on pointing back to U-turn. Maybe my brain was doing a U-turn back there. Sorry, I'm a dad of 2. And U-turn has really proven itself to be a very high quality company for me. And for $250, you get a fully customizable turntable, and you can upgrade it. You can go to the wood and pay like $100 extra, or you can upgrade the needle, the arm, whatever the mechanics are of it. But this is an approachable way to get into it. It sets up well with the speakers that you can buy through them, but it's really just a really like simple, straightforward, American-made, cool turntable. And I've been really happy with like all of it. And one of the fun things about this too is that if you get like the base model for somebody, if they like the color, they can upgrade the needle all they want. So it can be something that they get interested in. And so I just thought this was a good gift, and vinyl's never been more popular to get into than right now, as proven by me. So
I'm going to piggyback on this, Will, and jump right into to my next gift. I do not own a turntable. I don't have a vinyl setup. I hope to have one someday. I still think this is probably the best gift that I have on my list. This is from Seth Rogen's Houseplant. It's the LP box set Volume 1. There are 3 of these volumes now from Houseplant, and the other 2 are actually on sale right now. I think Volume 1 keeps its kind of its status as the one that never goes on sale. But this is basically it's 3 LPs, and they are split into like kind of whatever your mood is, and that mood may be determined by what type of weed you're smoking. There's the sativa session, the hybrid session, and the indica session. I don't think that you have to be high to listen to these, because I did a little research and people were pretty blown away at how good the curation and the music that was selected for these essentially like curated playlists on vinyl actually turned out to be. I've heard nothing but good things, and this is just like this is such a slam dunk gift for anybody in your life that listens to records.
I wish that you wouldn't have mentioned this. So
I've considered buying this before, and the reason I haven't bought it is because they don't release the track list.
It doesn't matter.
They're
good, apparently.
And
That's all you need to know.
have heard that they're really good. But part of it, I think it's a great gift, because the reason I haven't got it is because of the track list. But if someone gave this to me as a gift, I'd be very, very excited about it.
Yeah, that's kind of like part of it, is that you get to put it on and kind of like experience that, like the surprise of what's on it.
And for $95, 3 LPs, that's pretty standard these days. Maybe a little expensive, but like overall, that's not bad at all. Yeah, this is a good gift. I would be very pleased with this if I was receiving any vinyls this year, Sally.
Okay.
Let me know if you need to get like a Discogs account, and I can set you up so you can see my want list.
You've already texted me a lot of stuff that you want. Okay, I'm going to go to some accessories here. I'm doing the Acne Studio Mohair checkered scarf. This is I put for men, but I think you could give this to any woman in your life as well. These were big last year.
Yep.
They're still big, in my opinion. I would love one of these. I picked this colorway because I think that the colorway of taupe green black, that one right there.
Yeah.
Kind of freaked with the other one too.
But there's honestly, all the colorways are great. I think this is a great scarf. I again get one for you and your significant other, match.
Yeah, this is a great matching option. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, pick 2 different colors so you can switch it up.
Right.
But I think this is on trend. You can pair it with a lot of stuff. It's a warm scarf. I love it. I personally want one of these. Will, just FYI. So just like put that on your radar.
Noted.
I think that you can style it a bunch of different ways. So this is my top gift currently.
You want me to get back to me, or you want to go with your
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay. All right. So Sally had this on her list last year, I believe, and it was a red light mask.
Oh yeah.
Well, Omnilux does one for men as well. And I'll just tell you a little story. One day a few months ago, I showed up at the house and Laura said, "There's something for you over on the table." And I went and opened it up, and it was this Omnilux mask for men. And
I've been waiting for you to talk about this since you put it on your Instagram story. And then I started to wonder, like, is this not actually his? Was he at someone's place?
No, it is mine, and I've been using it. And I don't know if I'm totally seeing the effects just yet. I probably need to be using it like once or twice more often per week than I am. Right now, I'm probably averaging like twice a week. And I probably need
get
to
your numbers up. Get your numbers up.
Bump that up to like 4 times a week.
You're putting product on and letting it.
I'm doing like a hyaluronic acid serum.
Okay.
And then the red light mask. Do I need something different?
Do the Tula Self-Care Sunday mask.
Okay.
Shouts to Tula. Also a great gift. I've heard great things about that mask in particular with the red light mask.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have to get that link from you here off mic in a second.
When you're wearing one of these, is it like hard to watch TV? Like, is it annoying and overbearing, or is it like sneakily not that annoying?
So when Laura does hers, she closes her eyes and just like lays down for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's that.
I get it.
Me, I'm too restless for that.
It's like a tanning bed situation.
So I just charged through it the first time, and now I'm used to it, and I can watch TV or look at my phone. But it is it's red light in your.
Does it have to be
eyes.
plugged into a wall?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you could like walk your dog with it and just freak people out.
Yeah, you could. It's also just it's funny because one, I had no idea when I pulled this out of the box how expensive it was.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
Yeah, they're not
so
cheap.
Now it's just even funnier to me that it was this splashy gift that was given to me that was also like, hey, your face is getting old.
Yeah. But hey,
take care of those wrinkles, dude.
at least she cares about you. At least she cares enough about you to be like, hey, I need to fix these.
This is a great gift to try to get on Black Friday, in my opinion.
Yeah,
because
There's got to be a
it's-
sale
Print
on
at
this
it.
at some
I
point.
think
right?
the one that I included last year was like with all of the stuff.
Yeah, you had the neck and
the neck,
yeah,
the lips,
yeah.
etc. was like almost $900, and you can get it for like $600 on Instagram or
Yeah.
on Black Friday. They're expensive, but a good one is worth it if you are using it correctly,
Yeah,
and often.
I do think I do like it's. I like it because it this is like for a guy that like is kind of maybe kind of hesitant but interested in doing more self-care, because I do feel
Looks maxing.
I'm looks maxing here. I want to be mogging on more people more often.
So true.
And I don't know. There's something nice about like the presence. Like you feel like you're doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I'm really taking care of myself.
You're not just like
here.
putting like a cream on your face.
You're not just slapping some Late on there. You're like actually proactively doing something for your face.
Yeah. So great gift for the guy in your life that like maybe this is a little preventative measure. Maybe he's just like a big into self-care, or maybe you're telling him that it's time to get the skincare thing into gear.
And maybe you just want him to look like a villain.
Yeah.
Do you have anything for us, Sal?
Yes. Okay. This is a very hyper specific to you. Will recently got some cowboy boots. Okay. I'm including a custom boot jack. This is so you can take off your boots by yourself. Will literally told me the other day that he come home and was drunk, he would have just slept in his boots if I wouldn't have been there to help him get them off.
Amazing.
Because it's hard to get off cowboy boots by yourself.
I'm worried about your bachelor party, Barrett. I'm gonna be wearing these boots, and like you're gonna see me in a bunk bed with your high school boys, just sleeping with boots on.
And maybe this is also specific to people who wear cowboy boots. But I think it's a great gift for any guy in your life who is a boot
It's cool.
wearer.
This is cool to just to have like
It's
somewhere
cool to
in your
have.
place.
It's cool to have like a It's cool to have a customized one. It makes you like ups your
Yeah.
swagger a little bit. It's like, yeah, I actually do wear.
This is like
cowboy
something
boots. I have a
people's dads
boot
would have
jack.
had, you know.
Yeah,
Well,
I honestly
Randy's
like
got something to say.
considering getting one for Will just because I don't want to have to deal with trying to pull his boots off for him.
Well, you got to get him the hook 'em horns one, right?
No,
Yeah,
we
I
don't
think
have to
you
get him
can-
the hook 'em horns one.
I'm just gonna say that if you haven't watched the video Will boot shopping, just Gordo trying to pull the boots off of Will's feet lives rent free.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
an ugly
hilarious.
situation in there.
So basically, you stick your heel in that, part,
Right. Yeah.
and then
yep.
you step on it with the other, and then you can just step out of it.
This is cool. These look sick. I have like a, just a cheap one from Cavender's or Allen's or
Right.
wherever, right? But having one that is like, I love stuff that's functional and also looks really cool.
Yeah.
Like kind of doubles as like, oh, that looks awesome. That's a nice, like, that's a thing. It's art. It's design. So this is,
It definitely
these are pretty
ups your
rad.
like authenticity as a guy wearing boots. If you have one of these just by your doorstep,
Sally, we
people
got
are like,
to
"Oh, shit."
before you buy one of these, we got to contact my dad. I bet he's got one in storage. From,
He probably
from his
does.
cowboy face.
But I do like this custom boot jack
Yeah.
website.
this is perfect for Western Winter Will.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think you can
Big weekend
customize them.
coming up
Like
for
these are
Western
the
Will.
like stock ones, but I think you can customize them with like initials and stuff too.
Mhm, mhm.
Are we done for men? Because I have one more.
Will?
Do it. I have a card holder from every other Thursday. I had him on Scaries, or I had him on Retail Therapy. He's going to be on next week, but he made a great point during the episode. He's like, I think part of the reason this is one of the best sellers because it's a good price point.
Yeah.
And I think, like, for me, I've had the same card carrying case for the last couple of years, and while it's still in good condition and it looks good weathered, I'm kind of ready for another one. And like, it's always kind of nice just to get something like this. It's good stocking stuffer. It's a good high end stocking stuffer
Yeah.
for somebody. And like, even if you're not going to use this as your everyday, it's all like, we all have too many credit cards. I always need something that I can like keep in, my bag somewhere that has like business cards or like IDs or insurances, whatever it is. So like, I don't know. This is a tasteful one at a good price point, from an independent.
I know this
Company.
is for him, but I think this is a great gift for a girl too.
Yeah.
As like women are carrying clutches and stuff, but you stick a couple credit cards, your ID in there, and then they're not just like free balling in your bag.
Free balling
Free balling
in the
your
bag.
Yeah.
I'll pop on with I've got a kind of like a high and a low here. So let's start with this. This is something that actually just kind of like it came to me this week as I was wearing this t-shirt. This is the classic knit midweight crew from Imogene and Willie, and it's in this like vintage white, which basically like reads as like a kind of beigey off white. This is probably the best t-shirt that I have in my closet.
Say no more. I'm buying one of these today.
It fits amazing. I feel like it's very flattering, but it's not too long, which is something that we've talked about.
What's the thickness level?
It's midweight. It does not feel gauzy or thin, but it also does not feel like super burly. It like looks awesome on its own. It's a perfect layering piece under like a flannel or a jacket. And like obviously like, with menswear right now, like everybody's kind of into like the boxier, cooler tees, which I think we really like on the men's side. But then I'm like watching the Beckham documentary and looking at the white t-shirt that he's wearing, which like shows off his arms and
Yeah.
like is kind of a little bit more fitted. And it's just like, I'm pretty sure that's actually what's still kind of like sexier in a
Finding
way.
the perfect t-shirt is like a holy grail item. This looks up there.
And yeah, I was wearing this one this week and I was like, man, this is the best t-shirt that I have right now because it's not overly trendy and boxy, but it's not too long like a classic t-shirt. It's not hugging me like in the menswear days. It's just this is goated right now for me.
Will's about to buy this in every color. I
think it only
see
comes in
his-
like 2 colors.
Well, he's about to buy it in both colors.
Probably
Both
multiple.
ways, probably.
And then I'll stack on top of that with a jacket that I've been eyeing since it came out. We've already talked about leather for women. Well, now I'm going to talk about leather for dudes. This is the Huckberry and Wythe collaboration. They did this lambskin ranch jacket in this like beautiful chocolate brown. It's I like this jacket because I think. We talk about leather jackets as being timeless. And then sometimes they're not. If you get a rider with epaulettes and like chunky metal zippers, like that can go out. That can be a bit of a dated look. This one it's so classic. It's so kind of like ranchy looking that this feels like one that would be in your closet forever. As far as really nice leather jackets go, it's not. It's a splurge. It's expensive, but it's not designer level prices. And I think this would work for literally like in any dude's closet, literally anybody, even a guy that's not into leather or that's not into fashion. Like I think this is just an absolutely beautiful jacket. And this is kind of like this is my splurge gift for dudes on my list this year.
Okay. I'm into it. I'm so scared of wearing leather.
Well, maybe we're gonna change that this Christmas. Okay, I have one last one. This is a shouts to people we know. And Will actually posted this on the Scary Story maybe last week. It's a corduroy hat from Tourist Agency. I just like the look of it. We got one. We have the green one. I really like it. I was gonna buy this before Will bought one himself.
You got to support the homies.
We got to support the homies. But I personally just like the look of this hat. I think that like the whole little tourist thing is kind of like cheeky, and I like all the colors.
Yeah, these are my buddies in Northern Michigan. I don't know what their greater plans are, but they made good merchandise to kick things off. So I just figured if they got enough hat sales, they'd be like, oh shit, we got to take this as far as we can.
I just like the calling out that you're a tourist yourself, and I like a corduroy hat. So we have the green color. I don't know what the colorway is actually called, but
spruce.
Spruce.
Yep. My buddy texted me after and called me Spruce Willis after I purchased it.
I'm gonna be wearing this hat a lot. So, yeah.
Where is I see this on August Shop? Is this a little boutique in Michigan?
It's in Petoskey, Michigan.
Yeah.
My friends Jared and Stu are the guys who started there, who made these hats, and then Jared's wife Jenna she owns the store. August.
Rad.
So that's in Petoskey, Michigan, not Harbor Springs.
Yeah.
Shouts to the homies in Michigan.
Yeah.
Well, since we're about to do our splurge items, I think it's only right that we hear from the Italian luxury of Alfa Romeo Tonales. We've all ridden in a Tonale at this point, and we know that these things are just loaded with tech. They're all new. It's got the large touchscreen. It's got the safety tech, that automatic emergency braking that so many of us need these days. But more than anything, it's got that classic Alfa Romeo performance. These things are just fun to drive. They're zippy. They're clean. They've got some giddy up on them, but you feel safe. And more than anything, you just look good inside of one. They got the Italian exterior and the interior design that's just unique. It's soft. It stands out. It's also got plug-in hybrid technology, so you have freedom to choose between gas or electric. You can get 32 miles all electric or 360 miles total range. It's just a classic car. You got to go check it out. It's the Alfa Romeo Tonale. Learn more about the Alfa Romeo Tonale at alfaromeousa.com. Again, that's alfaromeousa.com. Who wants to kick us off?
I'll kick us off.
Okay.
This may belong on a different episode of Retail Therapy, but it's relevant right now, and I think it falls into the wheelhouse, to the realm that we're dealing with. You heard about this? You heard about the Balenciaga towel skirt? You heard about this?
I'm glad you brought this up. There were several things that we needed to talk about, like that in a normal Retail Therapy episode.
Yeah. So we're killing two birds with one stone here. Look, this is a $925 terry towel. That's it. I don't know if it's like sewn into the skirt formation here that's shown on our lovely model, but this is classic Demna. This is classic Balenciaga. It's a $1,000 terry towel that you wrap around yourself like a skirt, like you just got out of the shower. And according to the website, there's only one item left on the size medium.
Love it
for pre-order, which will ship next spring. So. You know, that's probably a lie. I think it just says one item left in perpetuity to try to get those spending juices flowing.
If I get one of these, can I wear it to your wedding?
Yeah, but you could just wrap a towel around your waist, a gray towel.
We have
these actually look just like our towels.
Tell me it was the Balenciaga one, and I'd be like, oh, cool.
You know what else you can get with this? The Balenciaga trash bag handbag. It's a literal trash bag. Like they're just trolling us at this point.
Yeah. But this just, we had to talk about this. It also reminds me of the Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like the dick towel. Did you know?
I have somehow not had a lot of Always Sunny in my life.
Okay.
It's an unfortunate circumstance I found myself in. I love a world where like there's like an alternate universe of Succession characters, and Kendall walks into like a meeting with a startup wearing this and just looks exactly like this.
This does make me want to just like wrap a towel around my waist and go out with it though,
And just
like
see.
and just see.
See if anyone knows.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
our
yeah.
towels look exactly like that. Exactly like that. I'll go next. I used to spend a lot of my days when I was a young child just going through my dad's coffee table books. And so I thought to myself, what if I got the ultimate? My dad always had a David Hockney book sitting on the coffee table, and I really liked it. And so what I've chosen is this $5,500 giant coffee table book from David Hockney. He's we can see in this photo here, he's leaning over it. I think it's about a little over 2 feet, about 28 inches, I think.
It is large.
This thing is just absolutely huge.
I think that thing might be like 3 feet, Will, when it's fully opened like that.
Oh yeah, no, I think like the book like closed.
Closed is 2 feet.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I just figured like what better flex to have in your place than the world's largest coffee table book. It could be you could just put a stand under and it could act as a coffee table itself.
That's I'm thinking about our conversation with the boys over at Canoe Club, and you need a massive living room for this.
You do.
And or a very small, tiny, specific space for it, right?
Oh, just
Yeah.
like one space for it.
one space.
This is our David Hockney room. Welcome in. I was actually at a vintage store in Austin a couple years ago, and they had a version of this book. Not this one, but they had a Helmut Lang book that was this size, and just paging through it was crazy. I mean, it's just such a large book that everything in front of you just seems like it's actually in front of you. The Helmut Lang one or Helmut Newton? I forget which one. I don't know. It was there's a lot of nudity in it. And so while I was standing in this vintage store, I was like, maybe I should stop scrolling through this. I feel like people are staring at me.
All right, my turn.
Feel free to get me this, Sally.
This is something I legitimately want, and I saw this at By George.
Mm.
But it's the Bottega Veneta cassette flat pouch. This was actually in the men's section of By George, but it's something that I would want. I said the black colorway. Any of the color of this green is beautiful. It's a great it could go man or woman.
Mhm.
For me, I would use this as like a going out clutch, something casual, like dress down. But it's great craftsmanship. The leather is so nice. I think some of these Bottega bags, the like wovenness, the weaving, I guess is what you would call it, can wear really easily, especially when it's smaller. This is like bigger weaves of leather
Mhm,
strips.
mhm.
So I think this can stay nice for a really long time. But I literally picked it up at By George, was like, oh my God, this is like the leather is like butter. I want this so bad. But I think you could also, this is giving a lot of Jacob Elordi. Like he was pictured with the cassette bag,
Right.
the puffy one. But I think this is like a very classic understated look that you could give to any guy that even if they weren't like super on trend fashionable, but still could use as like a man bag.
Yeah, I'm glad you have this on here, because when I was putting my for him list together, I was looking for a bag a la Jacob Elordi.
Yeah.
And he just carries like $7,000 designer ones.
Yeah,
So it was like it was impossible to find anything that kind of like did the same thing. It's just like, nah, bro, you're just gonna do a fanny pack because you don't have it like that.
We've talked about this in general about football stars, football as in
Footballers.
Sorry, footballers / soccer players carrying really nice designer leather goods that they carry their toiletries
Yeah,
in.
dop kits. Yeah.
Into games. I think this is that, but obviously you're not keeping toiletries in this because it's a flat pouch.
Yeah, please don't.
But you can you can stick an iPhone, credit cards, even maybe a pair of glasses that are pretty flat in there and carry it around and still look pretty baller. And this is not an it's expensive, but it's not an insane price point. I mean, I think the Bottega bag that Laura had put on our fall episode is like
$4,000 or $5,000.
$4,000 or $5,000.
Yeah.
This is a lot more approachable, and it's something that's going to stay nice and you can like use in any sort of situation.
A lot of functionality. Yeah.
And again, like ups your swagger. Like you could pull this out of a carry-on with all of your like travel documents, and people are gonna be like, "Oh
That's what I was
shit!"
just thinking. It's a really nice track. You pull it out of the you board the plane. You make your way to first class or coach, and you
Coach,
pull,
because you just bought this.
you pull
Yeah.
this, you pull this out of your main bag, your carry on, and it's like it's got all your headphones and your
Yeah.
passport and your
and then you just look like you're supposed to be
yeah
there.
yeah
Although people are like, "Why is he in the middle seat in coach?" It's like because I couldn't afford it because I bought this
because I
pouch.
bought this bag. Yeah, that's why.
I have a little retail therapy flight thing that I saw a guy come on in a Hawaiian shirt and he had like a vintage like suitcase with like the big old stickers on it and stuff. And he had like a mustache. He looked like a CIA guy. I'm like, is that the move? It looked so cool when he was on he just put his carry-on out there and he was just
He's got just like a bunch of different. I do
he
think
looks
that
straight out of the
putting
50s.
a bunch of different stickers on a suitcase right now is also super in.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a sticker collector, so that's great news. For
Randy,
me.
were you going to try this next time?
I don't know, maybe. It's like it was like an old suitcase. Like didn't have the wheels or anything. It was like a leather like big.
Well, yeah, you can't just slap stickers on any
Exactly.
modern suitcase. You know, you got to
Well,
have the
it
right.
definitely looks stupid if you do it to an away bag.
Like an
You're
away-
like,
yeah.
chill out,
He was
okay?
the-
Like
he
calm
was the
down.
coolest guy on the flight by far.
Well, it caught Randy's eye because he was wearing a Hawaiian, right?
It
Right,
just
So
looked
yeah,
like
yeah.
he was
that's
going
number
on.
one.
He was going to Hawaii in like the 1950s. Like
Yeah.
he looked perfectly traveling.
Well, did he have a mustache?
He had a mustache.
I was just about to say, yeah.
Was this a disguise? Was this a cocky disguise?
I don't know. It was great.
I definitely can see Randy rocking the
Idolizing this
mustache
guy.
and Hawaiian shirt and procuring one of these suitcases to slap stickers on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's got a cigarette holder somewhere in that suitcase.
Yeah.
For sure.
Is that all she wrote?
I think we have to pay a little bit of homage to Goop, right? Just a bit.
We absolutely can. I didn't know if you had had the time. But
I don't know if y'all have the time. Here, let me just run through a couple of things here to finish this off, and y'all can you can add on if there's anything that caught your eye. I did want to mention that this is in store only, but along with Goop, I got to mention I just lost it.
There it is.
Our friends over at Bodie, right? They've always got the goods. This is a Christmas tree skirt with matching topper hat. In store only for the ladies out there that need something a little extra special for
This is hilarious.
for Christmas.
This is so cheeky. This is very campy, actually.
Yes.
Hyper specific. I get, wear this to an ugly sweater party.
Yeah. Or you could just show up to like your spouse's or significant other's company Christmas party wearing this and just be the toast of the town.
Correct.
There's also this is the other one that I really wanted to mention.
yes,
This is $400
Yes.
Parmesan cheese from Goop's Guide,
it's
God.
awesome.
and yet
Love buying cheese on Goop.
this is legitimately something that Laura would love. This gift. She can't get enough Parmesan cheese, right? Like grates the hell out of it anytime that we're having pasta. And we've talked about I'm sure you've seen like Chrissy Teigen, like they've got the whole Parmesan, like the wheel
Yep.
to do pasta like at their house. This is just like a little taste of that because nobody has space for the whole Parmesan wheel thing.
Well, I mean, does
but
Laura normally source her Parmesan from Valserina Sola da Bruna?
Rarely. We usually source it from
Central
Marquette
Market?
de Central.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I mean, fair. Credit to Goop this year. They actually toned it down a little bit. They didn't have as many things on there.
There
expensive.
weren't as many insane things that I could find on
It's
there.
the Sunday Scaries
Yeah.
podcast effect. They were like, okay, this guy's just going too hard on us every year. I gotta stop.
But this one was absurd. But also, I was like, okay, this is not
Is
a
this
bad
going to be
idea.
the wedding present that you give Laura?
Yeah, this is the bride's gift, like day of wedding. Here's
She's
the
like,
I mean,
$400
here's a
Barrett,
wheel of
Barrett.
cheese.
You guys could buy some of those for the wedding because I mean, Parmesan espresso martinis have never been hotter. We could just be doing that with the Goop
Okay.
Parmesan.
Yeah.
Well, they do have on here. We should note some of the other ridiculous gifts from Goop's ridiculous but awesome gift guide. They've got the $15,000 backgammon set.
Love that.
I mean, it's now a mahjong set.
it
but
makes
pretty
the
good.
mahjong set look like it's a trinket.
Yes.
They have a $15,000 vibrator.
I saw that. That one was almost too predictable.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, it's
like
a little on
it's
the
like
nose.
18 karat gold, like the whole thing. It's
Well,
like,
they said
okay,
said it feels like $1 million. They also just have a gong, which who doesn't need a gong in their crib? You know.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Yeah. Not us.
Why?
Our house is loud enough without a gong.
That's fair. That's fair.
We don't need a gong.
I'm exhausted.
That we had some good stuff on there.
There's a lot going on.
Another gift guide in the books.
We all chose a couple gifts that didn't make the cut of talking about today, but I will put all these together for the listener digest this week. They will all exist in pretty much the same format that we just talked about, and probably even a simplified format. I'll probably just have all the links there. We do not benefit from any of these links. We do not get any income from any of the things that we've recommended today. We do not financially benefit from anything, and unless I'm completely unaware, I don't think any of us have received any of these things lately in the mail. So I think we're good.
Yeah.
You can buy these with full confidence that we love them. Or think we love them because we haven't gotten them yet.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, guys. Well, enjoy your short week next week, everybody.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Bye.